Hi again. I just wanted to make another video about suspected pesticide poisoning due to gang stalking. Um, if you think that they're using chemicals on you, it's important to find out and take the proper steps to clearing yourself of any toxins, any damage. So the first thing to do is to figure out if they have been doing them. So if you suspect that they've been using them, you might want to look into a test. People, there's companies that sell services that look into the blood, urine, hair, your nails. They'll look for chemicals such as pesticide, unknown chemicals. They'll use all sorts of methods to look for all sorts of things that are detectable. Um, so yeah, one test that you can get if you suspect you're getting pesticide poisoning, specifically from carbamates or organophosphates, pesticides. Um, you can get a cholinesterase levels test. Cholinesterase is an enzyme in the body that works with the nervous system. It has to do with the sending of signals and giving impulses to the muscles and making them move and helping them to stop receiving signals, sending basically helping to receive and send signals to the muscles. And so gang stalkers use various methods to control and destroy a person's body and mind. One such method is the use of pesticide, carbamates, and irritants over time. If pesticides are being used on you, get a cholinesterase enzyme test. This enzyme gives tolerance to pesticides, so they're important to have these enzymes at the best levels possible. Pesticide lowers cholinesterase levels to the point that you'll become symptomatic, and eventually leading to coma and death. Coma and death. They target a person's butt and your face with chemicals, and they won't think twice to get it into or onto your food that you eat and on items and objects you use often. Clean your face often as well as your lower back and between your legs area on outside of clothing. Keep your windows rolled up because they'll spray your ass with rigs onto your face while driving and on your butt while on foot. These subhumans these subhumans are very desperate to introduce it to your body by any means. It's a wonder why pesticides aren't brought up as often as directed energy weapons and voice to skull methods of torture and health degradation of the body and mind. Cholinesterase enzyme levels are directly lowered in an individual as a result of pesticide introduction to the body, whether it be through skin, ingestion, or inhalation. Ask your doctor for a cholinesterase enzyme blood test and do some research into getting the baseline levels for this enzyme. More than one cholinesterase enzyme tests are done to establish baseline levels. No two persons' levels are going to be exactly the same. Low levels of cholinesterase can also be attributed to inheritance, but I believe it to be a very small percentage of individuals. Do this with your primary care physician before paying for a test that looks specifically or indirectly for pesticides, as they are costly, well into the hundreds, even thousands. Your physician may be reluctant to give you this test for some obvious reasons, some not. Although I read they were a mere $7 to $60 US dollars in the 70s for a single test. $7 to $60 US dollars in the 70s. Although cost shouldn't be a reason for them to reject the test. One reason for testing may concern the quality of the food you regularly consume. Maybe Maybe it got you feeling some of the symptoms pertaining to these low enzyme levels. Who knows? Maybe the quality of assurance of the regulation of the food wasn't up to par. Who knows? You won't know until the test is done. That's for sure. Look up some symptoms of low cholinesterase levels. They are very important to mention if you are experiencing them. It may save you time, money, and precious years of your life living on Earth. Don't waste time. Don't tell anyone you're going to do this. Do this as soon as possible. As soon as possible. And most of all, don't take any risks between setting up the test and doing it. Become a hermit if you have to while waiting for the test. The subhumans may have a method to mask the low levels of cholinesterase. I am not discrediting anyone who believes energy weapons are being used on them, but it may be that pesticide poisoning may have a large role that leads them to believe the former. Spread the word, get a cholinesterase enzyme test ASAP. Never give up, live long.